Good evening, everybody. My name is Chris. My name is Jason.
And my name is Jonas.
And this is the Talking Dead number 66 for Monday, the 30th of January 2012. I just like to point out everyone I got the year correct this time.
Awesome, David's name.
Yeah, David's name. Maybe should we start over?
Well, okay.
No, I'm going to start over. Jonas is joining us on the show this evening. Good to have you here, Dave. It's been a long time. And we've had people requesting your presence. Yeah, exactly. So before we get, this is going to be our big prediction show for what's going to happen in the next, I don't know, the rest of season 2 and Walking Dead, maybe season 3 and beyond. We'll see. Before we start, Dave, give us an update on Stranger. Tell us how it's going, where you're at, and what you're doing.
We're getting close to wrapping up issue number 3, actually. Very exciting. I'm working like crazy to try and get myself into as many festivals and cons and everything I can right now. But things are going well. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying other people enjoying it. And if you're not enjoying it, you should be. So come enjoy it.
Are you going to be at Toronto Comic Con?
I have applied. I have not yet heard back whether I will be allowed to be there. I'll be allowed to be there.
Remind me when it is. It's in the spring, in May or something?
March-ish.
Oh.
March. There's two. It's weird because there's a one run by the same guys who do Fanspo, and then there's another one by the people who do the Wizard World Entertainment or something. There's two different Toronto Comic Cons. So there's one in March, there's one in April.
Okay, and you're going for one, not both.
Correct.
All right, well, that's cool. Can you believe that you're wrapping up issue 3 already? Amazing.
Oh, no, it's super exciting.
And are you going to get the second and third printed up at some point?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I think I may end up doing the second and third single issues and then maybe doing a trade and putting them all 3 in one.
Cool.
But then I have a bunch of other ideas for other comics I want to do too. I just have to quit my job and make a lot of money so I can do them.
There you go. That's a great idea. You'll be running the comic book empire before we know it. Empire.
We'll do a podcast about the Stranger TV show.
That's great, for sure. We should start it now, just in case. Yeah, that's right. We started this one before The Walking Dead was even announced. Why not Stranger?
Exactly.
Can you guys believe that you've been doing this for, what, 2 years now?
Over 2 years.
Over 2 years.
We've only done 66 episodes in 2 years, but that's because we have time off over the summer and Christmas and so on. But
Yes.
I was just thinking before we started this that before the end of season 2 we're gonna hit 70. Ooh, cool. So that's pretty exciting. Anyways, Dave,
You should have a cotillion.
Cotillion, that's a large number. So if people want to read Stranger, where do they go?
You can go to stranger.unicorn.com or iHeartUnicorns2.com and it will take you there and you'll see issue number 3 is crazy means there were no words.
It's a huge issue. And are you still posting everything on Facebook and
Pasting everything very nicely. I'm also posting things on facebook.com/strangercomic and you can follow me at Reader and I have Tumblr and you name it, it's around somewhere, something, I'm doing something.
cool. Well, everybody there, if you want to check it out, go to those URLs and I highly recommend it. We sent a couple issues out to listeners here and there. Just along with other stuff if they're running or something like that. But
So I'll continue to contribute the best I can.
absolutely. All right. So that's the update on Stranger. One more thing before we get into predictions, Jason, you apparently have a follow-up on something we talked about last time. And I have no idea what it is.
Exactly.
I'm all excited.
So actually, in a very strange turn of events, I listened to the last episode. I actually rarely listen back to the episodes that we record. I was listening to the last episode. We were talking about Frank Darabont and how he wanted to have the premiere episode of season 2 being a one-off where they follow a group of soldiers that get airlifted into Atlanta and African child and stuff lands on the tank. And I was thinking, he also talked about the fact that he was thinking about this when shooting the pilot, that he might come back to this. And then I was thinking, well, in the pilot, didn't we see a helicopter?
Yeah, we sure did.
So that helicopter is probably Frank Darabont throwing that in there to lead into that idea of a season 2 episode 1 kind of thing.
Do you think the helicopter would be part of that episode or something else
I
altogether?
think it was supposed to be part of that episode. Like he saw the helicopter, and I think that after all the after they dropped off and all the hell broke loose, whatever, the helicopter probably circling around trying to find survivors of that squad or what have you. I think it ties into the whole idea of the second season pilot.
It's an interesting idea. And to me, that means that had that pilot gone ahead and we'd seen those events play out, it would have been happening just before Rick arrives in the city. If the helicopter's still there.
Yeah, I would think so. That probably wasn't too long before. I think that's what it plays into that whole idea. It just pretty.
It means to me that Jason's a fucking genius.
Well, we know that.
I've been looking for an explanation of that helicopter for 2 seasons now.
You
I think I found it.
Yeah.
You don't think I've ever even thought that even after reading the news article about that is, even if it's not true, I believe it.
It sounds pretty plausible to me. The sort of bummer to it all is that we're never going to see that, and so the helicopter, whatever it means, is just going to fly off into the sunset, and that'll be that.
Well, I mean, it basically finds the helicopter in the tank. I'll have to assume that storyline happened. Just nobody told us that. So nobody told us. We never saw it on the TV. We're never going to see it.
They may do something in the future, but I like your explanation there, Jason.
And you know what though? They did that series of 6 episodes about the origin of Bicycle Girl. Why not do some more episodes because they're cheap to produce and they can do them quick and they release them online? It's they tell the story like that.
Absolutely. They don't need good actors.
Clearly, I'm just kidding. They were fine. Those actors. Sure, but why not? I mean, do some episodes. They can tell all sorts of auxiliary stories to our main story.
Absolutely.
So there you go. If you're listening, people, do what we say.
That's all I ever asked for, really. Is for everybody listening to do what I say.
All right. Should we get into the predictions? I think we should. Now, I need to say something before we start here.
Speak.
I will, and that is that there's an awful lot of news coming out right now. Spoilers, speculation, clips released by AMC, commercials. There's a lot of that happening right now, and there are a lot of information being released in these, news items and videos and so on. So making predictions for what happened in the second half of season 2 has kind of become pretty easy if you really follow the news closely like I do. I know you guys don't do it at all, so we
I follow somewhat.
I try not to. I make an effort not to.
Yeah, it doesn't like spoilers.
But Jason shows up here every Monday and does his thing, so he's following it to a certain extent.
Yeah, just a little bit late.
Yeah, that's right.
I follow the news when you tell me what it is.
See, exactly. So, based on all of that, I think next time we decide to do a prediction show, we should do it right after the most recent finale. You know what I mean? We should have done this right after episode 6, right? Instead of leading into the next episode. Anyways, that aside, that's how we should have done it in hindsight. But we're still doing predictions now, and some of them are kind of based on some of the information that's out there. But I'm also going to avoid doing any news this episode because we just be talking about the same things. Maybe that we're going to be predicting here a little bit. So we'll do some news next week and get everyone caught up on that. Today it's going to be all predictions, and I have the first prediction to start things off right now. Okay. Maybe this episode will be a little bit shorter than usual because we're not doing news and everything else.
Incorrect. That is not going to be the case, you know.
Yeah, we always think it'll be shorter than it never
It's
is.
going to be short. 2.5 hours later. It's the longest episode we ever made.
Exactly. And we got Jack Jonas on here too, so keep going forever.
Exactly.
Okay, guys, so how do you want to do this? I have some predictions. Hopefully you guys do too, and we got a bunch of listener predictions. Do you want to
I'll
start?
go first.
Who will go first?
Chris.
Okay, fine.
Well, I think that if we give the listener predictions, that way we don't actually, if I haven't read all the listener predictions and I may step on their toes, I don't want to do that. So I would say let's go to the listener predictions first.
All right, let's mix up. All right, let's mix up a little bit. We're going to start in that case. Hey, Dave, you want to hear something amazing?
I do.
We're going to start with Chris from Columbus, Georgia.
I fucking told you.
I know, that's amazing. Chris from Columbus, Georgia wrote in. He said, my prediction is that the group will split. I live near Fort Benning. I know they did not do any filming around here, so that tells me that they never made it. Trust me, this is a small community, and if anyone was filming the news, would have reported it. Therefore, I think part of the group stays at Herschel's place for Lois pregnancy, and the rest gets caught up in prison. So he's predicting a split group, but involving the prison, which is of course a plot line from the comic. That's a good idea. You think so? You guys think we're going to have a split group?
For a little while.
I think it's inevitable that any large group will split.
Okay, I guess so. But we could have who's going to go each way? We're going to Rick and Lori having the baby at Herschel's farm. Everyone else leaving?
No, Rick's got to leave.
Yeah, why you leave his pregnant wife?
Well, I
She's got a baby.
don't know why yet, but Rick's got to go. He can't stay at Herschel's farm. I think Shane's going to stay. I think Shane will stay and take care of Lori, and Rick will go off with Dale and Andrea. And
No, I think they'll all have to go.
I think they will all have to leave, but I'm not so sure when that leaving will happen. I think that's the.
I don't think it'll take that long. I don't think it'll take that long. I think they'll be forced to go. They won't have a choice.
Really? See, I think Herschel's going to want them to leave, but I don't see it happening right away. One of my predictions is that the group will not leave the farm this season, but it won't be for lack of desire. I'm not sure what it will be exactly. I think both groups, meaning Herschel's family and Rick and Lori and everybody, I think they'll both want to leave, but something will keep them there. And I have some speculation on what that might be too. We'll get into that later. So I don't think we're dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs.
I don't think we're going to see them leaving the farm this season, or if we do, it'll be right at the end.
I think the pack dinosaurs with a lich controlling them will drive them on the farm.
And army skeletons?
No, no skeletons.
Okay, not this
That'd
time.
be stupid.
Yeah, sorry. That would be
There's going to be these laser shooting at their eyes.
Well, yeah, laser bees are always inevitable.
Laser bees.
I think as soon as we get back, we're going to talk about leaving the next episode, we're going to leave.
Interesting. All right, that's exciting. Nitra from Ventura, California, wrote in a few predictions. I'm going to read the first one. My prediction for the remainder of season 2. I'm sorry to say, but I think they're going to kill off T-Dog. He has fallen further and further behind his background character. I was hoping that he would develop some type of story off the gash he got in the season opener. He had an open sore and a freshly killed zombie line on top of him oozing all over him. You would have thought that some zombie juice would have gotten into his wound, and he would slowly turn into a zombie or something different. Does he know nothing came from it?
I don't think I like the term zombie juice.
Even you feel
It's a little heat, that's for sure, but if you've got an open wound, a freshly killed zombie line on top of you, the ground will still be a little moist. And,
Moist even. Moist zombie juice.
Yeah.
That makes me feel like I'm crammed behind the janitor's boiler room.
Okay.
Sorry,
I'm not sure what that means. To be frank,
Have you hung up behind a lot of janitor's boiler rooms?
Yeah,
Next topic.
All right. So Death of T-Dog, that's the prediction there. I wouldn't be entirely surprised by that, to be honest. They're going to have to start killing main characters in as you can call T-Dog a main character, but somebody's going to die.
Oh, yeah, I gotta kill somebody before the end of the season. Somebody significant.
Not the black guy.
Yeah,
That's the black guy stick around.
I like T-Dog, but he has nothing to do.
Carol, I think, is probably likely.
So they're just going to kill off the whole family?
Well, they usually do.
First it was Ed, then it was the girl, and now it's Carol?
Yeah.
That's harsh, man. I think they could probably draw out Carol's like suffering and, just mourning of her daughter for a long time.
Well, they draw out anybody's storyline. Really, they kill somebody, right?
Presumably, yeah, and I think sadly it's probably going to be T-Dog.
I hope not.
I do have another prediction regarding character death, though, but I don't want to get into that quite yet. Nitra also had a couple of other predictions. She said, I also really love to see Carl shoot and kill Shane by the end of the season, but I don't think that's going to happen. The tension between Rick, Lori, and Shane will be dragged out for another season because people are suckers for love triangles. They just can't get enough of them.
Oh, love Quadrant. We got Andrea in there now, too.
That's true. Shane and Andrea, she took the advanced class, and she did. And that's it. So we got a lot of that going on, and I don't know, they could draw that any longer. You guys have any thoughts on the love triangle angle?
Well, I think that my only prediction that I came up with ahead of time, just to spoil the fact that I made something go along.
Thanks for coming.
Is that I think Andrea will fall in love with Shane, and Shane will die, and Andrea's going to be completely destroyed because everyone she loves dies, and then from there she'll fall in love with Dale and eventually die.
So how does that play into Andrea's slow transformation into a badass rifle shooter?
Well,
Does that have anything to do with it?
well, her love affair with Shane is going to turn her because he's a badass pistol guy, so she's going to she's already shown aptitude, being invited to the advanced class, and I think that it will play into it, but I think eventually that she will completely fall head over heels with Shane, but he's going to get deep at some point.
I would argue that point. I don't think there will be any more Andrea Shane loving.
It was a one-time thing, eh?
One-time things for a moment. It was had nothing to do with affection. It had to do with frustration and just get it out there. And it's done.
So yelling, screaming, you're in a cool car.
There'll be no hand holding. There'll be no walks in the park, nothing like that. It was just your animal. Let's do this. Okay, it's done. Okay.
They could go for that again, though. I mean,
Yeah.
people have needs.
I don't think there'll be any affection in this relationship whatsoever.
Interesting.
I think Andrea will shoot Shane.
Oh.
Well, here's speaking of Shane, one of my predictions is that Shane will be killed this season, or I kind of gave myself an out here, possibly very early in season 3, like first episode. And I think Shane, how many episodes left in 2? 6. So I think Shane has maximum 7 episodes left. I don't think that Carl will take him down, but maybe one of our other main adults, Rick, Lori, or Andrea.
Dale.
Or Dale. Oh, Dale doesn't have it in the.
I don't think Dale has him.
What if it was Dale that creates tension between Dale and Andrea? That's a little secret.
Oh, God.
That Dale keeps from Andrea.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know.
That could add a dynamic to it.
What if Andrea kills him, Dale takes the blame?
Yeah, I
Well,
suppose.
that would build their relationship. You know, Andrea doesn't want to get caught for whatever reason, and Dale takes the heat from everybody else. And Shane.
Wow, that's deep, man. And that brings Dale and Andrea together,
Yeah.
which everyone expected to happen anyways, and it kind of is happening in the show right now.
I know.
I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, John from Huntsville, Alabama wrote in and said, Herschel is a recovering alcoholic, and after having his wife, son-in-law, and friends killed by a group, he has his reality bubble burst. This leads him to getting drunk and blowing his brains out. Goodbye, cruel world. So we have John calling for Herschel's suicide.
Is he a recovering alcoholic?
Well, this is one of the things that if you watch some of the preview clips, you would know. Now, I don't know that he is a recovering alcoholic exactly, but there's a scene in one of them where he's having a drink, and I know that doesn't mean I drink all the time, but that's why this is a prediction.
You're not a recovering alcoholic.
No, I'm a functioning alcoholic.
You're drunk.
That's
There's a
right.
big difference. You don't have to go to meetings if you're drunk.
See? I'm drunk right now. So anyways, Herschel killing himself, that would be something.
It would.
I mean, after all that's happened to the guy, I could see that. You know,
That might be a reason for them to leave the farm.
why would they leave if Herschel kills himself? Why wouldn't they stay? Because he's no longer there to tell them to go.
That's true.
Unless it's too difficult for Maggie and Beth and Jimmy.
What if he kills
Because he
himself?
burns himself in his own house.
I was just about to say that. If he kills
I
himself,
know,
burning down the
I know.
house.
Wow.
I saw it coming out of your mouth. I stole it.
You did not.
I
The camera's not on. You can't see my mouth.
Dave's he's clairvoyant this evening. You knew the first prediction was going to be funny. You knew what you were about to say.
I predicted that.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
prediction show.
it is. See, that's why we have him here. The predictor. So anyways, Herschel killing himself, that would be something, and it could lead to all kinds of crazy activity. Sure,
Yeah, like
it does. Regina wrote in from no location, unfortunately. Wow, she writes, I believe that Hood Rat Lori and her unborn baby are going to take a dirt nap. It doesn't make sense to raise a baby, and at this point, it's just not good TV. It would be too family ties and not zombie enough. She also says, and Shane must die this time around too. His beady eyes and traitor face are getting old now. He's a punk. He's a punk, and I'm sure he will meet his maker. That was just minorly edited, just so everyone knows. But I think the point is there.
Content or for language?
No, just for like a little bit. Right? So anyways, Hood Rat Lori and the baby are going to die. Take a dirt nap. I don't know if I can get on board with that. I'm not sure that'll happen. At least not Lori dying.
I think raising a baby will add tension to the show. Can you imagine having to be quiet?
Dan, you know how hard it is to raise babies to begin with. Imagine doing it like with no electricity, no water, and zombies everywhere.
Yeah.
I agree with her in the fact that having a baby might make it a little weird. Like, the story is not about babies, and once you have a baby involved, everything's about the baby. So, and keeping a baby quiet, I mean, they always go the series finale of MASH route. And have
Oh no!
Yeah,
The chicken.
the chicken. Yeah, have you seen the finale of MASH?
No,
Dave
I
has.
Oh dude, it kills me.
I haven't seen it. I want to know.
So you want to know?
Yeah.
Okay, so Hawkeye.
Spoiler.
Yeah, spoiler alert for something that happened in 1984.
No, that was me.
No, that's anyway. Hawkeye in the season finale of MASH goes to see the shrink because he's very upset for whatever reason. It comes out that they were hiding in the bush against the North Vietnamese.
North
Koreans. So they're hiding in the North Koreans and they had to be quiet, and there was a chicken in the background, and they tried to keep the chicken quiet. So they had to be holding the chicken's mouth, and they were holding
That's
it.
why he kept yelling at the woman to shut that chicken up.
Yeah, shut the chicken up, and they ended up smothering the chicken to death. And through wasn't chicken, through further discussion with the shrink, it turned out it was a baby.
After episode, you discovered the woman smothered her own child.
Well, it was just funny. MASH is supposed to be kind of comedy. It doesn't sound funny at all.
Matches all the matches. This comedy was drama. It was all over the place.
The worst part about that is that sort of thing I understand happened in real life when people were hiding from the Nazis, for example.
Yeah. So I foresee that kind of thing maybe happening. It's pretty hard to do a television show.
Look, I don't even believe that they could have Carl shoot an adult in the neck. I can't see him smothering a baby to death. Good lord.
Well,
I don't know.
never know.
They do some weird things. FX in the States. This is another spoiler for Sons of Anarchy. You watch that show, you David? Chris?
No, we have to do American Horror Story.
Oh, very
It's good, man. I like it a lot.
Casey Ball, at one point in season 3 of Sons of Anarchy, actually picks up a baby and holds a gun to its head in order to get somebody to do something. Actually, and a real baby, and obviously a fake gun, but they did that in a television show, actually pointing a gun at a baby's head while screaming and yelling as a hostage.
That would make me so uncomfortable watching.
It was very disturbing to see.
Yeah.
But
Then Fry grabbed him away from her.
no, whoever was what she was trying to do, they did it. Right? Like she won. She's very harsh Katie in the show.
Yeah, well, threatening the life of a baby, that's I don't know, that's harsh.
So this kind of stuff happens in television. So maybe they'll do it, maybe they won't. But I'm not comfortable saying that they wouldn't do it.
Well, here's another one of my predictions. It relates to my one from earlier about both groups wanting to leave the farm, but they can't. And I think that's because maybe I think Lori might miscarry the baby, possibly in some horrible way, which kind of helps the show get out of the baby problem, but also provides a fair bit of tension and drama, especially if she miscarries, under extreme circumstances. I think she'll probably spiral after that into a real serious depression, suicidal depression, and probably be an immense source of stress for the entire group. Right. Therefore, for keeping them at the farm because they don't want to just go on the road because maybe she can't handle it, can't deal with it. Right. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a miscarriage with her.
I agree with that.
That could be enough to gun pointed baby's ear. So
Or smothering them to death, being quiet.
or smothering, exactly. Where are we? So that one, Toby from again from no location. Now he wrote in and he described episode 8 in shocking detail.
Okay.
Not episode 8, next one 7, right? No, whatever. The next episode titled Nebraska. He described it in what I can only say is shocking detail. Now I have no idea if Toby has any inside knowledge of this episode or whatever. Maybe this is just his vision for it. But it's really, really detailed and in my opinion would make a pretty good episode. So I'm gonna run through basically what he said here and then we can comment on it. So he describes the group planning a funeral for Sophia and Rick agreeing with Herschel that they'll leave the farm in a couple of days after the funeral. And he describes this happening intercut with flashbacks detailing Sophia's last couple of days. And he does run through some of the stuff that's happening in the present around the funeral and so on. What I want to read here is the description of the flashbacks. And he's got a few of them. So first of all, flashback to losing Sophia at the creek with Rick leading the zombies away and Sophia coming out of hiding. She's running back to the road but sees a woodchuck zombie and changes direction. The next flashback we see Sophia running through the woods and it's getting dark and we see her sneak into that old house where Daryl found some signs of her. Right. Next flashback later in the episode, it's the next day. Sophia's lost, crying, walking through the woods, and again it starts to get dark and she's shouting for her mom. And the two creek zombies, Lou and Coverall guy, those are the ones that Rick and Herschel went to get out of the creek, hear her and start chasing. Finally, they're getting close. Sophia's nearly caught. She runs into the stream and gets stuck. The two zombies catch her and bite her neck, but she manages to crawl across the fallen tree, leaving the creek with the zombies trapped in the silt. She makes her way onto the farm. It's now moonlight on the campsite. She walks up to the barn, bleeding. She stumbles her way up to the top. Once in, she collapses. With her last scene, crawling over to the edge and looking down at the group of zombies, getting very excited with her arrival. They smell blood and she passes out. And he says, after that, we'll just have to assume Sophia falls in with the other zombies when she comes back as a walker. So pretty detailed. There's more information in there too, but I thought that was the most interesting part and could make for a pretty cool episode to see sort of what led Sophia away and what happened to her in that time. I like it. And I don't know, maybe that's the episode, maybe it's not, but that's what we came up with. So we do a good job running the show, and everything will be fine.
And then be mole until it's
And be mole, definitely. What do you guys think? Do you think we're going to get flashbacks to Sophia's last few days?
No.
No? Sorry.
Maybe a couple minutes, but I think maybe a couple minutes to sort of reintroduce you to what happened, just so they're not saying previously on Walking Dead. And then they rehash everything that's presented from a different angle, but next time.
All right. Well, I don't know. I would be surprised if we did, but I'm not sure we'd see it in the first episode back. I think there's other things to deal with right now. And just like we don't know, we didn't find out what happened to Shane and so on for the zombie outbreak until later on in season 2, right? So they could do it, but not right away. But in any case, I think it's a great idea for an episode. The way you described it, Toby, is really cool.
I think it sounds like a great story. I'm not sure that they'll tell that story.
Again, maybe webisodes. Webisodes be fine. Nice for everything. New webisodes. Why not? All right. Let's see. We've got one more, and then we've got a bunch of predictions that came on Facebook, which I think we'll just bang through. So this comes from Monica in San Antonio, Texas. And I short one, she said, Andrea is going to shoot Shane, done and done. Okay, maybe not Shane, but she'll kill someone in the group.
Wow, she's already taking a flash out of Daryl.
Yeah, she didn't know his name, to be fair, and apologize. But yeah, she
sorry about that.
Yeah, it blew your ear off, but you know, it'll be fine.
I thought you were dead already.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
So there you go. Andrea's gonna kill somebody, and not a zombie. And, you know, she'll kill someone in addition to all the zombies she takes out.
I think she'll kill Shane.
Yeah, I can see it happening. Yeah, like I said, I don't think Shane's gonna make it past episode 1 of season 3. That's my prediction right now. That's the one I feel most strongly about.
I think Shane getting shot is going to be the season finale. Yeah, the last scene of the season finale, he's going to get shot. Like, holy crap, who shot him? Who shot Mr. Burns?
Now, also, we don't know who shot him.
No, he's going to get shot, and we'll know it's somebody in the group, but we won't know who.
And we won't know whether he's dead or not. Also true, because why would that would be a cliffhanger?
No, maybe he'll die.
Maybe season 1 kind of wrapped up, you know, with the end of the storyline, so with very little cliffhangers. Maybe we'll do that in season 2 as well.
I'm okay with the cliffhangers as long as they make it good.
Agreed. I like a good cliffhanger, but you know, I also like to feel some resolution too. So I think anything wrapped up would be okay. I only have sort of one more prediction, and it's not really a prediction, but I wrote down when they finally do leave the farm, it'll come after a massive zombie attack involving lots of death, including possibly Herschel's and either Beth or Jimmy's, but not Maggie. I don't think Maggie will die.
I don't think so.
But I don't think anyone else in the Green family is safe. So you know, I think they'll probably get attacked by big herd zombies and they'll be forced to leave. But you know, Herschel, Beth, and or Jimmy won't make it.
Yeah, Jimmy's toast.
Jimmy's toast. Sorry, Jimmy. Sorry, Jimmy. You're going down. So that's that. Do you guys have anything else you want to throw out there prediction-wise? What do you think? Who's gonna live? Who's gonna die? Where are they gonna go? What characters are gonna see introduced?
I will predict that we will never see the governor.
No, never see the governor.
Nope.
He's got to show up eventually.
Nope.
Why wouldn't they bring the governor? Dave?
Why would they?
Because he's awesome. As a
No,
villain.
governors in the comics. This is a completely different
But
creature.
they said the Rise of the Governor was going to both the comic book and the TV show.
Yeah, then why doesn't he have to be there?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be. It has to be there.
Right, so similar to the helicopter story. We assume the story is there, just don't even tell us.
Right. You know, I think if they don't introduce the governor, they will introduce someone else or some other threat that is equally devastating.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But I think too many people are saying governor.
Yeah.
And I think the showrunners are going to say, you know what, we're not going to give you the governor, but we're going to give you this.
We're gonna give you vampires.
We're going to be John Goodman as the president of the United States. He's going to be
Dinosaur.
no dinosaur, just the president. He's going to be a mean son of a bitch that's going to cause all kinds of problems, and they're going to take him down.
Here's something. What if they just kind of skip forward in time, but not actually skip forward in time, but instead of doing the governor, ignore all that and like go right to say the cannibal storyline from the comics, or bring in some of the folks that are on the way to Washington when they meet up with them. Like maybe they'll just skip forward like that. I don't
They
know.
haven't really met anybody who's in human beings are oppositional. And so like, yeah, we're all trying to get through this together right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And actually met anybody who's like, oh shit, we gotta stay away from these people.
Yeah, exactly. No one's really attacked them. Like there hasn't been any conflict, well, any violent conflict with other humans, you're right? Or something they gotta do that at some point. Yeah, you think?
And I think they would need to do that before they get to the safe zone, because the whole point of being in that safe zone is that it's strange and weird, and nobody's trying to kill them, and that is uncomfortable for them. So I don't think we can skip ahead to that. I think we have to go through a lot of crap before we get to the safe zone.
That's true. And you guys aren't right up to date in the comic, I don't think. Not, you're not now. Oh, you are. Okay, so you read the first one of A Big Larger World.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm not gonna spoil or anything like that. But reading that is very, very clear that Rick is a different man than when this whole thing started. Extremely clear to me. And you're right, Jason. They have to build up to that. He doesn't just change overnight. Like it takes months, and a lot of crazy shit to happen for him to become the man that he eventually does.
I'm thinking Carl specifically. When he gets to the safe zone, they have Halloween. You know, he's like, what the hell are you doing? Like he doesn't know how to relate to other kids that are just being kids.
Yeah,
So to get to that point, Carl's got to go through a lot of crap.
He sure does. They all do, really. Yeah. Okay, we got Dave. Did you have something to say?
No, I have to say it's
I
fine.
thought you heard you inhale.
I have really large lungs, so I breathe loud.
Okay, that's fine with
You
me.
know, I inhale all the time. That's amazing. It's like almost every time I exhale, I inhale afterwards.
That's what I have to breathe though.
Yeah, me too. Most
When
of the
I'm
time.
drying, I'm really focused on drying. Sometimes I'm dizzy spell. I'm not a sniper.
Did you tweet about that?
I did.
You did.
I did.
Don't, as long as you don't pass out, everything will be fine.
Yeah.
I only stop breathing when I'm asleep, and I'm getting that fixed.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so we've got, I think, 5 predictions that came into our Facebook page. Me and Jason are going to read these fairly quick, one after the other. Who wants to go first? You first. All right. This came from Robert. He says Shane and Rick tension hits a boiling point. Shane wants to take over the farm and not leave. He thinks it's a good home base. Rick and the others feel guilty for destroying Herschel, and will embark for Fort Benning. Along the way, more tension takes place between Rick versus Shane, resulting in Shane being killed. Season ends as the survivors see prison in the distance.
That makes sense.
There you go. Yeah. I don't think it'll happen, but I'm on board.
I'm on board except for the prison. I don't think they're going to make it to the prison this season at all.
I can purchase it.
I agree. I don't think they're going to leave the farm, as I said. So definitely
Yeah, I think they're going to leave the farm.
Okay, next one.
Next one's Robin. I predict Andrea will die and come back as a geek. I predict Herschel will die. I predict Shane will live throughout season 2. I predict the farm will be overrun and the group will have to leave in a hurry and lose 2 people.
Hey, that's what I said too. The farm will be overrun and they'll be forced to leave, and lots of people
I
die.
don't say the farm will be
Well,
overrun.
you said lots of people. She said 2 people.
Okay, she said 2. I'm saying at least 2. I said 2 members of Herschel's family at least.
Okay.
Not including Maggie.
Jimmy and
Jimmy and or Beth and or Herschel.
Well, Herschel's going to burn the farm down and kill himself. But I don't think the farm's going to be overrun because they've been there a long time. And
No, come on. They've been there for 2 weeks.
don't forget,
Herschel's been there a long
Oh
time.
yeah.
Gentlemen, can I just sort of interrupt for a second? Wasn't there just a whole lot of gunfire?
That's true.
There was an awful lot of gunfire. So what that's going to mean? Now we know the farm's surrounded by swamp, and that's why it's relatively protected. Right. So that gunfire might mean there's an awful lot of zombies piling in that swamp the next day.
It could be. I mean, the sound of gunfire is loud, but it only travels so far. And how many zombies? Like there would have to be a herd getting around within earshot of those.
Don't forget how it operates, right? Just pick up stragglers along the way, and it can happen fast.
They can't. They just one goes and another one keeps following. And
Where's that guy going?
the other thing is gunfire. Isn't it kind of notoriously difficult to pinpoint? Like
I think so.
the direction
The
that's
farther you get away from it, the creatures off trees and off hills and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. Now when there's that much gunfire, does that make it easier or more difficult to figure out where the sound is
I've never ran out of gunfire before.
You were there.
Yeah, well, it's on fire. I know exactly where the shot comes from because the guy beside me and the guy beside me.
Quick side story.
It's pretty easy to point that out.
I heard a shot. I think it was him, or maybe it was me.
Not the first time he's that guy on each side. Anyhow, I was out with some guys last week after playing hockey, and these idiots are my age, and they decided that they wanted to join the reserves this summer. And I said, no, I'm not doing that. But they, I don't know, they seem serious.
Well, why not?
Well, you guys want to join the reserves with me?
I absolutely do not.
See, I was
Don't
playing.
take me. I got bad knees. I can't run anymore.
Well, I'm fat. I can't see. I stop breathing my sleep. So what do they want me for?
I'll be ready.
Yeah, that's true. Probably true. It's the beard.
Well, you get rid of that and the giant white ball. You get rid of that too.
Okay,
We're on a video podcast. I know what you're
his
talking
white
about.
microphone is a giant white
There you
snowball.
go. Thank you for
This is
that.
my snowball.
Bobby on our Facebook page wrote, I predict Shane will do something to make Rick angry, and during the fight, Carl will shoot Shane to protect his dad. Where do you think about that? Herschel, unable to cope with what happened at the barn, will become unhinged and turn to drinking. That's the second mention of that. He will tell the group they have to leave after what happened at the barn. Shane, the group will take off and season 2 and end up finding prison. So that's pretty much the same as what we already talked about. Bobby agrees. Bobby does agree.
So Claudia says, I predict they will find the prison at the very last episode.
It's becoming a theme here. And finally, Jonathan says, I predict they will shoot a zombie. He's the only guy that may have a correct prediction.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. They might hack a zombie in the head. They might get hit with a rock. You never know if they'll shoot one, though.
They'll drive it down in the Jeep. They don't have a Jeep anymore.
No, they've got a nice Subaru or Hyundai or whatever it is. Yeah.
Subaru.
So they'll run some zombies over. You never know if they'll shoot one, though. You never know. All right, guys. Anything else? That was all the predictions we received from listeners. Do we have anything else crazy we want to predict for season 3, 4, 5, or beyond? I don't know. A plane crash, maybe?
I think finding a crash plane.
Finding that would be fun. Although what's going to be left of it then? By then, not a lot.
A bunch of zombies and burning wreckage. I would be running.
So I mean, it's been a long time.
A military installation of some kind, like an ad hoc thing, not Fort Benning, but just something, a physical position that some military group has established with letting people in, with military personnel anyway. Similar to Tony Diddler.
Yeah, maybe. I looked up Fort Benning on the internet and on Google Maps. That place is huge. Fort Benning, the real Fort Benning, a little town, I guess, where all the people live, and then an airport. And then there's this giant Fort Benning like nature reserve, which is, I guess, they go do training exercises and stuff.
They're basically pretty darn big.
It was massive, like way bigger than I think the area that I don't know for sure.
I just looked hard to tell. Yeah, I remember my basic training was at Wawa, near Ottawa here in Ontario, and I remember the place was huge. Like we marched all over the place, and we saw helicopters flying over and all kinds of weird stuff. I remember there was one field that was 5 kilometers long, it was all grass, and they said, okay, you have to get from the beginning of this field to the end of this field without being seen, which meant we had to crawl, and we crawled through 5 kilometers of grass. It took us all day.
Yes, everybody, there's a place in Ontario called Petawawa.
Wawa. Yeah. So military installations can be rather huge, especially in the states when they have budgets for massive military bases.
Yeah, I suppose. Here's a question for everybody. Do you think the group will ever find a larger group of survivors of the foreign community? Do you think we'll get to that point in the TV show?
Yeah, that's when John Goodman's going to show up as the president of the United States.
A functioning government with John Goodman as the leader? The
No, I think dysfunctional government with John Goodman as the leader.
Well, if he's the leader, it's going to be.
Oh, he was the president for a little while in the West Wing.
Oh, okay.
He was good in that role.
Well, I didn't know that. All right. I don't know. I can see him getting to a safe place, prison or something like that. But I'm not so sure we're going to find a larger, stable community in TV show because at that point it kind of goes a little bit of the danger is removed, isn't it?
Not if you can believe the comic. Well, they find larger groups and the danger is not removed. No, changes the nature of the danger.
Nice. The danger nature.
The nature.
That's right. Well, I don't know. I'd be surprised. I think if they do find a bigger community, it's going to be a long ways off still. Long ways off.
Yeah. I mean, they're still picking up the pieces of society. It's not going to be. Nobody's going to have an opportunity to be a larger community yet. Not for a while.
Yeah, it's true. It takes time to organize those sorts of things. Alrighty, so thanks to everyone who sent in your predictions or on Facebook or whatever. Nobody called, just on that, but you know, that's alright. If you want to call, it's 1-866-433-9662. You can still call at the same time. Let us know what you're thinking. As promised, we are going to draw a winner from everyone who sent in their predictions. Now, we're going to be giving away a Dale hat, which is the hat that's wearing. It is branded with The Walking Dead, so unlike the hat he wears on the show, it has a logo on it, but it's still a Dale hat. It's cool.
All you have to do is flip up the rim and you got yourself a Gilligan hat. That's all I got.
Gilligan hat, exactly. Now we have one more thing to add to this prize. This was donated by a listener, which is really, really exciting. Yeah, it's really exciting. Grant from MeanDreamer.com, a site business he started that sells t-shirts at Paraphernalia with all sorts of original artwork on them. Most of them original, some are pop culture influenced, not everything is, but he's got a very cool t-shirt available there, which is kind of a Walking Dead / Kill Bill mashup, which I thought was really, really cool.
It is cool. It's very cool.
It's very, very cool. I'm definitely going to pick one up. I think it looks great. And he's generously donated one for our listeners. So in addition to the Dale hat, you are going to get the Forget Bill Kill Zombies t-shirt from MeanDreamer.com. That's MEMEDreamer.com. I recommend everyone go check it out, see what's there. If you like anything, buy stuff. It's really, really cool. And yeah, that's part of the prize. So very excited. Jason, reach into the Walking Dead hat and choose our winner.
So if you can get it. I guess we're going to thank you, Dave. Well, I was going to show the wrestling paper here.
There we go. The winner right now.
Mixing up the names in the actual Dale hat. That is the prize. So the name here.
Great odds of winning, by the way, since not too many people wrote in. So
and the winner is John from Huntsville, Alabama.
All right, congratulations, John. I will be in touch to get your details and so on, and tell you how you can claim your t-shirt from MeanDreamer.com as well as get the hat too. So John, thank you for writing in. Thank you to everyone for writing in. And I think next time we do a prediction show will be right after the show ends. Maybe not after season 2 finishes. Season 3.
Super.
Yeah, hey, we're throwing Stranger Comic too. See, that's I probably have one already somewhere, but not have that much people
I guess we have to have beers at lunch. We'll just have to.
We'll just have to do that.
Maybe I can make it this time.
Yeah, dude, you should come down. Make sure you. Well, I don't know.
My schedule's unpredictable.
Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah. Alright, so that is going to do it for this episode of Talking Dead. See, a little bit short, a little bit. That's fine. And we're going to be back next week. We were thinking of taking next week off and then just getting right into it when the show starts again. But we are going to record next week because there's so much news and all kinds of good stuff to talk. So that's very exciting. And
next week, the final episode before the show starts again.
Yes,
that is awesome.
Yes, we got next Monday. That'll be awesome. And after that, we have the show back on the air. So we'll go back to our regular format of doing the news, doing the recap, and all that stuff. So exciting. In the meantime, though, if you want to contact us, that number again is 1-866-483-ZOMB. That is 9662. It's toll free number, toll free voicemail line. So give us a call. Let us know your comments or thoughts. You can also email us talkingdeadpodcast@gmail.com or find us on Facebook, facebook.com/thetalkingdead. Library stuff going on there. We passed 600 likes, by the way.
Congratulations, I saw that. That's amazing.
Just this week. Last night I posted that we were at 601, and then we went down to 600. Awesome. Which is, somebody didn't like us. That's okay, I understand. But now just for we were at 602. So our next like goal on Facebook is 1,000. Everybody, please tell your friends and fire them over to like us. Hopefully they get what we do.
Well, tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell people you don't really care about.
Your aunts, uncles, your parents, your brothers, sisters, everyone you know.
Or you can just log into their accounts and like it.
Also good.
You could do that. Be like
Okay,
my mom.
yeah,
promote mild hacking.
Be like my mom, spying on people with my dad's Facebook account. I'm thinking of unfriending my dad because I know my mom's spying on people, and I don't like the sound of it.
You can also write awkward things on Facebook.
See if your mom calls you.
She will. She would. Anyhow, you can also find us on Twitter @Talking Dead, and that's it. Those are all ways to contact us. So thanks Dave for coming on.
Oh, yeah, thanks Dave.
Thank you for having me. It was fun.
It's always
fun
fun
predicting with you.
Very good. And Jason, thanks for coming on.
Always.
Very good. Until next week, everybody, have a good time, and we'll see you then.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Well, let's just start. I think we wing it, and as we usually do, and that's it.
And then when we're done, we can say we wing it.
We sure did wing that.
We winged the hell out of it.
Yeah, we wing that episode.
This is The Talking Dead, a podcast dedicated to the AMC TV show, The Walking Dead.
Hey everybody, my name is Chris.
And my name is Jason.
And this is Talking Dead number 67 for Monday, February 6, 2012. Welcome to the program, everyone. It is good to be here.
I'm actually excited to be here. I'm looking forward to this all day.
I tend to look forward to it. I certainly enjoy recording, and we should do it full time, all the time, every day.
Well, I don't know if I could have a microphone in my face all the time every day. I do curse every now and again, and I haven't even known to snore when I see it.
Well, we don't want to hear that. We certainly want to hear that.
Oh, you want to hear that podcast? I want to subscribe to that snore. That's for sure.
The Snorecast. Someone out there should try that and let us know how it goes. Snoring cast.
That's fantastic.
So look, we got all kinds of great stuff. This is our last show before The Walking Dead is back on the air.
This is our last show before the next show.
It's our last show before the next show, exactly. What you said. But we go back to our regular format next week. Walking Dead will have had its mid-season premiere, and I'm very excited about that. But we have a really, really good show this week too. We've got listener feedback, including a couple of additional predictions that I missed last week because I'm a bit of a boob. And you know what happens.
We are not professionals.
We're not even experts, really.
Enthusiasts.
I'll get more of that in a minute. But so listener feedback. We've got spoilers in our next week on Walking Dead segment. It's kind of going to be a spoilery episode, I think, for everyone. Just worry about that. Yeah, there's a fair bit of stuff coming along that might upset some people. So I'll try to throw some warnings as we're doing this. And of course, we've got all the Walking Dead news you can shake a stick at too.
Oh, awesome.
Where did that phrase come from?
I think it comes from twirls. You shake stick twirls, don't you?
No. Well, I guess you do. I was going to say squirrels, shaker nuts at people. There you go.
That went right down the hole.
Yeah, I think that was well done. Anyhow, before we get started with all that good stuff, I wanted to make sure I mentioned that I guested on another podcast earlier this week called Definitive Geek with D-Man Peregrine out of Moncton, New Brunswick. Hopefully they don't mind me throwing that out there. Where they're from. Yeah, they live at. I listened to the show today. It was great. Yeah, it was really fun. But you know how second we were saying we're certainly not experts? I pulled a huge podcasting boner when I was recording that show.
You're full surprise today. What boner did you pull?
Well, I didn't know at the time, but I listened back today after they put the show out there. Everyone, by the way, go to definitivegeek.com to find that podcast if you want to check out the musical stuff. But anyway, so I recorded that whole thing on the internal mic of the computer instead of my nice fancy $300 mic that I'm talking into right now.
You didn't use the mic.
I put it in front of me and I spoke into it. It wasn't on.
Well, it's all about headspace and mentality and not pushing the button that actually activates the microphone.
I'm an idiot. I can't believe it sounded fine to me, right? Because the audio comes back in through my headset as I'm speaking and everything sounds really good. But apparently I was not using this mic. I was using the internal mic on the computer, and on the other end of the Skype call, it sounded like I was in a fish tank.
Oh, it didn't sound that bad. I didn't notice really.
Really?
Yeah.
No, because
I was Skype.
well, I blame Skype too, but then I was like, maybe there's something else wrong. So I loaded up Skype and yes, of course, the site running through my phone. So sorry, you guys, about that. I feel like an idiot, but you know what? These things happen. Someday I'll go back on the show and I'll do it right now and we'll be fine.
Well, there you go.
So definitivegeek.com, go over check them out, fellow Canadian podcasters, and they talk about all kinds of stuff, way more geeky than I would ever get into normally. Board games and comics and all kinds of stuff. So it was a lot of fun. All right, with that said, why don't we get right into this week's Walking Dead news.
The Walking Dead news.
Okay, lots of good stuff in the news this week. The first one is who's playing the governor? That's the headline. Thanks to Mark from California and everyone else who sent this in. Because people did send it in to me. Now, here's the thing. So Tom Savini, you know who that is?
I know the name. Refresh my memory.
Well, he's a horror, originally like a horror makeup special effects guy, and he's friends with Brandon Terrell,
Well,
the
yeah, well, that makes sense.
special effects guy in Walking Dead. He's been acting for a long time, but mostly in horror films like Dawn of the Dead, Friday the 13th from way back in the day. He apparently was in Zack and Miri porno. Kevin Smith movie,
Oh,
but
that guy, yeah, I do believe.
yeah, that guy. And he's in Planet Terror, mostly small and or uncredited roles. So he doesn't have he's been in a lot of movies, but I don't think he has a great deal of acting experience under his belt.
Okay.
Now that said, he told MTV that he's been campaigning to be the governor on The Walking Dead. You know, he thinks he looks like.
He kind of does. Yeah, I would agree with that.
So here's what he told MTV. He said, I've been campaigning to be governor on that damn thing with Brandon Terrell for over a year. Every time I see a graphic novel and I see a picture of the governor who looks just like me, I send a great picture. I just won't give up. Last time I talked to him about it, when I was in Los Angeles, he said they were going after a name for the part. I said, who? And he said, John Hawkes.
John Hawkes.
H-A-W-K-E-S, in case you're going to look that up too. So next question is, who is John Hawkes? Well, he's an established actor, and he was in Winter's Bone, the Oscar-nominated movie from last year. He had a role in Eastbound and Down. He is in Marcy May Marlene, Contagion from this year, and he's going to be in the upcoming Lincoln biopic next year too. He's done a lot. He's really, really good, and I can see him playing governor too.
Oh, that's a tough call.
Tough call.
That is a tough call.
Well, luckily, it sounds like you do not have to make that call because in the end, Hawks' publicist came out and said that John would not be appearing in the Walking Dead.
Oh, that's too bad. He's not justified. He's not justified. He was on Eastbound and Down, I remember that, and he was in Deadwood, which I absolutely love.
Okay.
I think another justified. I really like John Hawkes. I really like everything he's been in. I think he would have been great as the governor.
I think he looks the part, and he's a really good actor too, which would be cool.
Yeah, but Tom Savini, I know him as well, and I've seen some of the stuff that he's done in the past, and he really does look like a governor, and I can see him doing it as well.
Yes. Now, do you think his lack of experience acting is his problem? Not necessarily. I mean,
you know, as an actor, he's got 61 titles under his belt, and that's way more than me. You know,
well, we're not asking you, thankfully.
61 things in the last, 1976. He was in Arthur to On Earth to Beyond the Wall of Sleep. Played sheriff.
Well, see, he's done a lot of stuff like that. He's been in a lot of movies, but not many big or recurring roles on TV or anything like that. So I don't. Who knows if he even has a shot in hell? But maybe he does because he knows somebody.
He's in a movie called The Sadist, playing The Sadist.
There you go.
He's in post-production right now.
Well, that's a starring lead role.
A combat veteran with serious psychological damage. Stalks campers and hunters in the woods. That's experience right there, my friend.
Yeah, that's true. So Tom Savini, could be him. Apparently not going to be John Hawks, but we'll see. We'll see. It was reporting on this. It was kind of a big deal when he came out and said, I want to do it, but they're going to get John Hawks. So suddenly it was revealed. Right. So yeah, exactly. Hawks is doing it or he's not, and we don't really know. But it could be. Hopefully, it could be those guys. We'll find out soon enough.
I'm so going for John Goodman.
Yeah, you want to be him and the guy from Modern Family, right?
Modern Family.
Yeah, the dad from Modern Family.
Oh, Ed O'Neill.
Ed O'Neill, yeah.
Ed O'Neill, I think, do it. Ed O'Neill's a very undervalued actor.
Kirkman was talking about Ed O'Neill playing a role in the show.
I think that Married with Children really hurt his career. He could have really been a fantastic actor